Family, welcome back to the Royal Sussex Squad, the home where we celebrate Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and shine a light on their achievements while also exposing the lies, the smears, and the hypocrisy of their critics. Now, grab your tea, because today's topic is very special. Meghan Markle, our Duchess, has officially made her debut at Paris Fashion Week. And let me tell you, the world noticed. On October 4th, Meghan stepped into one of the biggest stages of fashion, the Paris runway scene, for the very first time. Let's pause here, because I want you to really take in the significance of this. Paris Fashion Week isn't just another event. It's the capital of haute couture. It's the stage where icons are recognized, where legends are cemented, where only the truly influential voices in fashion get a seat. And there she was, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, turning heads, commanding attention, and showing once again that she cannot be erased, no matter how hard her detractors try. She wore a white oversized cape layered over a crisp button-down shirt in the same shade, paired with sleek black pointed-toe heels. And her hair, pulled back into a sophisticated slicked bun, letting her natural elegance radiate. It was modern, chic, powerful, and yes, luxurious. Meghan doesn't just wear clothes, she tells stories through fashion. Now, let's talk about why she was there. Meghan wasn't simply attending to be seen. She was there to support Pierpaolo Piccioli, who has just stepped into the role of creative director at Balenciaga. That's important because it shows loyalty, artistry, and respect. A spokesperson for Meghan shared that she has worked closely with Piccioli over the years, collaborating on designs for key moments on the world stage. They said Meghan has long admired his craftsmanship and elegance, and her presence at the show was a reflection of friendship, collaboration, and mutual respect. And here's where the haters choke on their bitterness. You see, Meghan didn't have to be there. She wasn't desperate for attention, like some people who shall remain nameless. Cough, cough, the ones who leak their every move to the press because they need headlines to feel relevant. Meghan was invited. She was welcomed. She was honoured as a guest, not forced in through the back door. And she came not for the cameras, but to support an artist she has worked with for years. That's real influence. That's real power. Let's not forget, this is Meghan's first Paris Fashion Week appearance, but not her first rodeo. Long before she met Harry, back in her suits days, Meghan was already a regular at New York and Toronto Fashion Weeks, attending multiple shows between 2013 and 2015. That's what the tabloids hate to admit. Meghan didn't need the royal family to make her. She already had a thriving career, connections in the fashion world, and an identity. The monarchy didn't create Meghan. Meghan created Meghan. And yet, the moment she married Harry, she was treated like an outsider. Every outfit she wore, every piece of jewellery, every hairstyle, picked apart, ridiculed, criticised by the British tabloids who could never bring themselves to admit the obvious. Meghan has the kind of natural star power that money can't buy and titles can't create. And while they mocked, the global fashion industry embraced her. Designers clamoured for her to wear their pieces because when Meghan wears something it sells out in minutes. Just ask Outland Denim, just ask Laline, just ask Sesta Collective. Meghan has the Midas touch. And let's talk about her evolution. From being an actress on Suits to a working royal navigating the constraints of the palace, to now a Montecito mother of two, still gracing international stages with confidence. Meghan is showing the world that style doesn't fade when you step away from the royal family. If anything, her fashion freedom has expanded. She's still the same woman who can balance high-low, mixing Zara pants with luxury Loro Piana shirts and California casual sweaters, showing that true elegance isn't about labels, it's about authenticity. Now, let's zoom out a bit, because this Paris Fashion Week appearance is not happening in isolation. This is just days before Meghan and Harry travel to New York City to accept the Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award. Let me repeat that. Humanitarians of the Year. And it's not some made-up title given by tabloids or PR stunts from royal courtiers. No. This is recognition from a non-profit that works to make the online world safer for families and young people. In their joint statement, Harry and Meghan said, "Working with families and young people to prioritise safety online has been some of the most meaningful work of our lives. As parents ourselves, we have been moved to action by the power of their stories and are honoured to support them. We're proud to be long-time partners of Project Healthy Minds as we work together to shine a light on what remains one of the most pressing issues of our time." Now tell me, how many of their critics can say the same? How many of those so-called senior royals who spend more time planting stories in the press than actually doing meaningful work can claim a global humanitarian award? None. Because Harry and Meghan aren't playing at duty. They're living it. And that's why they're hated. Not because they've failed, but because they've succeeded outside of the firm's control. And this is the part that always makes me laugh. While Harry and Meghan are out here in Paris, in New York, on global stages, uplifting voices, championing mental health, fighting for online safety, their critics are stuck on YouTube channels, blogs and tabloids, obsessing over Meghan's outfits, her facial expressions, or whether she wore tights in 2018. Imagine wasting your life like that. Meanwhile, Meghan is being honoured as a global humanitarian, a fashion icon, and a change-maker. And here's the truth, family. Meghan's debut at Paris Fashion Week isn't just about fashion. It's about presence. It's about visibility. It's about showing the world, and especially the haters, that no amount of lies, no amount of smear campaigns, no amount of palace briefings can dim her light. She continues to rise. She continues to influence. She continues to inspire. So, to the haters, to the bitter royal reporters, to the courtiers who thought pushing Meghan out would end her influence, sorry to break it to you, but Meghan is global now. She was global before, but now she's unstoppable. Paris Fashion Week is just the latest stage. Tomorrow it will be another. And next week it's New York City for a humanitarian award. Meghan and Harry are rewriting what royalty means in the 21st century. Family, if you're proud of Meghan's Paris Fashion Week debut, drop a crown emoji in the chat. If you're tired of the lies from the tabloids, drop a fire emoji, because we are burning down those false narratives right here. And before I close out, let me remind you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because here at Royal Sussex Squad, we tell the truth that the British press refuses to tell. And if you'd like to support this channel and keep us going strong, you can show love through super thanks, because every bit helps us continue to shine light where others spread darkness. Meghan Markle makes her first ever appearance at Paris Fashion Week in very luxe. Look, the Duchess of Sussex stepped onto the Paris Fashion Week scene for the very first time on Oct. For Meghan Markle made her Paris Fashion Week debut on Oct. 4. The Duchess of Sussex was a regular at New York and Toronto fashion events during her time on Suits. Next week, Meghan and Harry will travel to NYC to accept Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award. Meghan Markle is making her very first appearance at Paris Fashion Week. On Saturday, October 4, the Duchess of Sussex, 44, attended a Balenciaga show at the annual event, wearing a white oversized cape over a button-down shirt of the same colour. Meghan paired the light attire with black pointed-toe heels, and she kept her hair in a slicked-back bun. A spokesperson for Meghan tells People she attended the Balenciaga show in support of Pierpaolo Piccioli, who recently assumed the role of creative director for the house. Over the years, the Duchess has worn a number of designs by Pierpaolo. They have worked closely together, collaborating on design for key moments on the world stage, the spokesperson says. They add of Meghan and Piccioli. She has long admired his craftsmanship and modern elegance, and tonight was no different. This evening reflects the culmination of many years of artistry and friendship, reflected in her support for his new creative chapter at Balenciaga. While this marked Meghan's debut at Paris Fashion Week, she was a familiar face at New York and Toronto Fashion Weeks during her suits years, attending multiple shows between 2013 and 2015. Although Meghan, 44, has regularly appeared on red carpets since stepping back from royal life with Prince Harry, 40 in 2020, a Fashion Week appearance had remained elusive, until now. Meghan's style has also evolved in recent years, as she's become a Montecito mother of two to Prince Archie, 6, and Princess Lilibet, 4. She remains a style icon since her days as a working royal, when she championed a variety of designers, including sustainable, socially conscious Australian brand Outland Denim. Her style choices still resonate today, selling out accessories and outfits from La Ligne and Sesta Collective. In a Season 1 episode of her Netflix series With Love, Meghan, the Duchess, explained her look to guest Mindy Kaling, noting that she likes a balance of high-low in her ensembles. That day, for example, she was wearing pants from Zara, a shirt by Italian luxury brand Loro Piana, and a sweater from California designer Jenny Kane. Next week, Meghan and Harry, 40, will travel to New York City to accept Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award at the non-profit's World Mental Health Day Gala on Thursday, October 9. People exclusively announced the honour, which is being presented to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for their work to make the online world a safer place for families and young people, in addition to their strides to advance mental well-being globally. In a statement, Harry and Meghan said, "Working with families and young people to prioritise safety online has been some of the most meaningful work of our lives. As parents ourselves, we have been moved to action by the power of their stories and are honoured to support them. We are proud to be longtime partners of Project Healthy Minds as we work together to shine a light on what remains one of the most pressing issues of our time." Before heading home to California, Harry and Meghan will also attend Project Healthy Minds' 4th annual World Mental Health Day Festival on Friday, October 10. So here's to Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, fashion icon, humanitarian wife, mother and global force. She walked into Paris Fashion Week not just as a guest but as a presence, and she reminded the world once again she is not to be erased. She is not to be silenced. She is not to be dimmed. Meghan shines, and when she shines, the whole world sees it. Thank you, family. Until next time, stay strong, stay Sussex strong.